Jai Atmeshwar, Samarpan Yog of the Himalayas, Part 1, Episode 18. Gurudev was expressing his joy. He was very happy today. He told me happily. I too had acquired this experience from my Gurudev, and he received it from his Gurudev. In this way, the tradition has progressed. One can achieve a spiritual experience only through the Guru's grace. And to hold on to the grace, which is in the form of a wave, is most difficult in life because it takes only a moment to obtain grace. But to keep that grace safely needs a lifetime of spiritual practice. We have to go through several sacrifices for that and give up several things in life. Or we can say that they leave you automatically because to keep that grace safely becomes the main desire in your life. Thus, it is only natural that before reaching this goal in your life, all other things have no meaning. It becomes possible to hold on to one point all your life because one's whole world shrinks. One's whole world dissolves into that one dot. One has no identity outside that point, and it becomes everything for man. And the person for whom the Guru's grace becomes everything does not even realize it. But the person from the outside world can stay away from Guru's grace and think, how can Guru's grace become everything for a person? For the person who has reached within, his whole world is only at that level. He does not want to see the outside world at all, and the person who is outside is not aware of the world within. Therefore, the inner world has no importance for him. That is why the person who has not gone within cannot know anything about the world which exists within. Such a paradox exists, but the person who goes within has gone there from the outside world. He knows about the world outside and also knows about the world within, because he is already inside and has knowledge of both worlds. The person who is within went there from the outside world and then remained there. He did not come out into the outer world at all. Thus, we can imagine that the inner world must be more superior, more likable, more peace-giving. That is why the person who went inside from the outside world did not want to return. The outside world is vast, but the inner world is even deeper, and there is no way out into the outer world from there. This is because man can progress only when he closes the path of return, so that he may progress more inside. I too had the same experience. Once I went within, then, with the help of my Guru's grace, I kept going deeper inside. I kept going deeper and deeper. Initiation, Shaktipat, can only happen through the Guru's grace. But it is very difficult to maintain the energy one receives. One has to carry on devotedly with spiritual practice. Maintaining it continually is a very important factor, because when someone has surrendered everything to us, then it has been done with full trust that this person will keep it safe. It is not our business to decide who to pass on this Shakti, this energy to. That task is only possible through Guru's grace. Until a suitable sadhak comes forward, his energy won't come out at all. This energy is firmly entrenched within. Even when we try to give it to some suitable sadhak, the act of giving won't be possible until the suitable sadhak absorbs it. The energy has to be obtained and then passed on. These activities are very amazing, and this has been my experience. I get more joy out of giving rather than receiving. In reality, you may try fervently to pass it on to someone, but it has to come out at least from within. And how can you pass it on if it does not come out? Neither giving nor receiving it is in our hands. Both the processes are possible only through Paramatma's grace. This is a living experience. It can neither be obtained through one's own efforts, nor can it be given through one's efforts. This grows only in its own proximity, and by constantly staying in its proximity, we fulfill the trust Gurudev put in us with full faith. I acquired it in my lifetime through my Gurudev, but could not go anywhere to pass it on. And now you have come into my life and acquired it. I just kept waiting in the hope that there must be someone for whom my Gurudev had handed this energy to me. I kept waiting for you in this ashram. I am very happy after passing on this energy to you, because today I am free from debt to my Guru. Today I have given an offering of repayment, the Guru Dakshina, to my Guru. There is no meaning in life without giving Guru Dakshina, and this would not have been possible without your help. Today I feel very light. Then I asked him without any fear, Gurudev, will I too have to wait for the coming of some sadhak like you? Gurudev laughingly said, You are not a river. I was a river. You are an ocean. Several rivers will come and join you. Your vessel, your container is very big. I have only given a small offering in your Atma Yagya, the Yagya at the soul level. You won't have a problem about whom to give the energy. Hundreds and thousands of souls will come to you solely for the purpose of obtaining self-knowledge. I became frightened and asked, "How will I recognize whether a person is suitable or not?" Gurudev became serious and replied, "That is not your concern. Deciding which soul is suitable and which soul is not does not fall within your area. Your concern is only to distribute inner knowledge. Now, the question is, who is a suitable soul? This is the final place for those souls. After this, they do not have to pass on the experience to anyone. The experience that they receive is only for their benefit. It is for their liberation. Now, that is the concern of those souls. How many births will they need to give you an offering of repayment after receiving liberation? This is their last birth too. But how many souls are aware of this fact? Who knows? 3 types of souls will accept this inner knowledge from you. The first type of soul will acquire self-knowledge and will keep it safely in this birth, and with the help of the knowledge, the soul will reach liberation in this life itself. After obtaining liberation in this life, the soul will be free of debt of Guru's grace by achieving liberation and by making an offering of repayment in this life. The second type of soul will be one who will absorb inner knowledge but will not meditate and will obtain liberation in the next birth, because in this birth it was caught up in the illusion of its social life and could not meditate. Therefore, it will take another birth to practice meditation and will achieve liberation in the next birth. After obtaining liberation in the next birth, the soul will make an offering of repayment to you. The third type of soul will be one who will absorb all the experiences in this birth. It will absorb all knowledge in your presence, but will be stuck in the illusion of this world and won't meditate. However, the soul will absorb the complete divine knowledge and its situation will be strange. It won't be able to take another birth because it wants to obtain liberation in this life itself. But the soul has not prepared its spiritual state for liberation in this life, and that is why it cannot obtain liberation and does not want to take a new birth either. That is why it cannot get a new birth. Such souls will become ghosts because they have obtained divine knowledge in their lifetime but did not undertake suitable spiritual practice. Several such souls will become ghosts in your lifetime. Then, when some Sadguru prays for them and showers his grace on them, they will obtain liberation. Until then, they will wander for several years. Several souls which have been wandering like this will obtain liberation in this life through you, because these are the same souls who are now ghosts. They had obtained divine knowledge but did not practice divine spirituality. Several souls will become ghosts through you, and several souls will obtain liberation through you. This is a cycle of nature, where one person plants a tree and another eats the fruit. This continues to happen, and no one can do anything about it. We can only be witness to it, but we cannot do anything. The Sadguru is only a medium for liberation, but actually, every soul has to obtain liberation by himself. A Sadguru can only guide a soul towards liberation, but cannot give liberation, because liberation is a higher state of meditation. Everyone has to meditate regularly to obtain it. Liberation is a high state of meditation in which faults of the physical body are removed in a subtle manner, and only the physical body remains. The identity of the physical body comes to an end, and what remains is the soul. Now, the soul is a part of Paramatma, or one can say that the knowledge of the physical body ends completely and the soul merges with Paramatma. The soul becomes one with Paramatma. Just understand that to die whilst one is alive is liberation. Then there are no expectations left, and the body becomes free of desires. The biggest desire in one's life to live longer also ends. Thus, one obtains the state of liberation whilst one is alive, and then it makes no difference when the physical body reaches death. Several people say that we do not want liberation. We want to serve more people. This shows that their feelings are still alive. No one can serve another person, because the one who performs the service and the one who makes you perform, it is one and the same. Whom will you serve? Why are you holding on to the feeling of being the doer because of the desire to serve? Actually, the wish to serve someone is also a ladder, and you are holding on to that. Serving someone is a ladder which one has to climb to reach one's destination in the form of liberation. However, several souls get stuck serving others. No matter what spiritual work we take up, we cannot escape the feeling of being the doer. That is why the sadhak should keep himself safe from the feeling of being the doer. Sometimes a sadhak gets a chance to serve a Sadguru because of the circumstances or because of his good karma. One should consider that as great fortune, because every soul tries to obtain the chance to serve the Sadguru. The soul may be encased in the body or may be without a body, but the souls continue to do the Sadguru's work. That is why the Sadguru's work can never stop. Yes, it is possible that the Sadguru himself may not wish for it, but that is different. Otherwise, several dead spirits are eager to obey even the smallest order of the Sadguru. They wait for a chance. When will the Sadguru give an order? When can they perform that work? Because by doing Guru's work, they continue to clear the path for their liberation. Then those spirits may get the work done by making some person their medium. That is why considerable work can be accomplished at the hands of a Sadguru in a short period of time. Therefore, I must be a special pious soul because I am getting the chance to serve such a Gurudev. If one thinks like this and creates the I sense, he will never get such a chance in the future. Whenever one gets a chance, one should realize that it is the fruit of that Sadguru's compassion and hold on to it, so that one realizes that this chance has come to him only through the Sadguru, and only through his medium will he get the next chance. I am telling you all this on the basis of knowledge that I have received through experience. You will get experiences depending on your life and situations according to your time. Spiritual experiences are always different according to the time and situation. You will get your separate experience. Jayatmeshwar. We'll conclude the book reading for today's session here. Thank you for listening.